Not only has he built him, he helps build you.
But it's about
We're not
narrative.
talking about.
Why not? That was
We're
going to
not
be my
talking
question
about
to Bruiser if
YouTube.
I was able to finish.
No, yes, we
I
are.
was going to ask him.
Hold on, you can't say we're not talking about media.
Spaces.
Hold on. She said we can't talk. We're not talking about YouTube. Shouts out to my man ABL in the comment section. She said we're not talking about YouTube. What's the largest search engine in the world?
Google.
YouTube.
Not Google.
So when you say we're not talking about it, we should be talking about it because regular TV shows have brought their stuff here.
Yep.
Because of how the voice can be used. So that tells you a lot when you listen to somebody saying, oh, we're not talking about that. And we're talking about media. And
so
media.
Does that mean we control the narrative?
Hold on, wait. But that's what we're trying to get at. Here's what I'm trying to get at. When she said, and you know what you said black men are making excuses. And I said, well, I can see how it's being looked at that way because I'm one of the ones that just say, fuck that, quit waiting on somebody else to do something. But I don't call it excuses when I'm talking about it right now because I wasn't saying you got to wait. I call it reasons. See, when you were talking about something, I was just giving you the reason why it doesn't work. Just like Fanny Slizen was talking about, well, when it gets to the point where you do all this to men, they should raise up. And Mr. Let It Go said, yeah, Nat Turner they ass. Yeah, but you don't tell them what happened to Nat Turner. They hung that man up, flayed that man in front of everybody and skinned him alive.
But if
and why did black men let them do that?
We need more of that.
Y'all can't say y'all. Hey, wait a minute. All y'all talking.
All right, one mic.
I'm so confused.
All of y'all talking, and while we're talking about what people should do, every one of us is sitting in what? Central air, central heat, literally not having any fight in you. And most of y'all couldn't fight 20 minutes in a hand-to-hand combat because you've never done it. Right, and he know what I'm talking about. If you've ever fought 3 minutes, just do me a favor. Every one of y'all go fight 3 minutes in a boxing ring.
I've done it.
No, I'm a shooter.
I've done it.
It'll say, think about how difficult that is. What I'm trying to say is this. Do you understand? And this is a fact. You can look it up. One of the reasons why black women beat their children so much, because they were the ones who said to the master, before I let you kill my son, I will handle it first. You've heard women say, I beat my child before the cops beat my child. Am I lying, Mr. Let Go? So what I'm saying is they're smart. The white people knew you remove that man because that man will tell his kids to fight to the death. Now you got a lot of men raised by women. And if they're raised by those women who told them, I'd rather beat you before I let the cops beat you, I'm trying to save your life by implementing violence against you. That ain't your. Oh, shut up, Google. That ain't your. That ain't your. That's not your soldier that you want. So when I'm talking, I'm not saying black men need to make these excuses. What I'm saying is they need to overcome the reasons. If you know the reason something exists, you can go around it, you can go over it, you can go under it, or you can destroy it. But you better know what obstacles in front of you. That's it.
All right, let's get Sweeney in there. Let's get Sweeney in there first, and I'll let you respond, Fantasy Island.
Sure. I think we kind of like touched on this. What was this? A few episodes ago. I think we might have been on Trigger Mike show. I can't remember. But I talked about this YouTube space for which men have been going out their way to control our own narrative. And I think, and like I said, I think a lot of good has come from it. This space exists because men started being more vocal. This whole space. And I know Mr. Lego talking about the manosphere and everything, but that largely is men voices, male voices. Even Kevin Samuels died, and they tried to celebrate his death. We men rallied around him. His channel is still doing numbers to this day. As a matter of fact, he's getting a lot more praise now. You're starting to see more and more women after you got men sharing his videos. You're starting to hear more and more women like, damn, I didn't know he was rocking like that. I didn't know he was saying, because most of the time when he was alive, it was all clips. Now you ain't got no more clips to go off of. All you can do is go and watch the show. So we are controlling our own narrative at this point. It's been a long time coming, but we here. The only thing we need to do now, because I think here's the problem with the conversation, because we keep talking about mass media, right? But I think the reason why this question exists isn't because we're trying to convince mass media of who black men are. We're trying to convince our own women of who we are.
Ooh.
We have
But
to go.
why?
Cook, Sweeney,
The
cook.
point of the matter is that when we talk, we're not talking to white folks. We're not talking to the world. We're literally talking to our own women and saying black men aren't gay. Most black men aren't jobless. Most black men aren't in jail. Most black men ain't this. Because who is saying that narrative? It ain't. I mean, they mimic and they speak on the things that women watch. They're advertising to women when they come up with these narratives because they watch them. And then the women, they're not saying anything that our women didn't say first. The mass media didn't say shit that our own women didn't say first.
Indeed.
They weren't convinced that we wasn't shit. They thought like they told themselves we wasn't shit. So now it's us coming up and saying, "Hey, look, I'm gonna have to tell y'all, men, we ain't all that shit y'all keep talking about us. Y'all fucking with the same dudes. That ain't us. I'm the average guy. Don't talk about me like that because that ain't me." That's what we're doing right now. Is we're telling our own women, "Hey, look, the buck stops here. Y'all can keep trying to go out there and talk that shit if you want to, but now we're pushing back." Now,
We need
granted,
to stop letting women infiltrate men's spaces. Go to a barbershop.
I was trying to ask this to Brewster specifically when he brought it up, because with that and understanding that these are spaces for your particular narrative, wouldn't it be detrimental to invite women to spaces that have complete opposite viewpoints?
I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Here's the reason why this space is so successful right now. Is because largely when you saw women on their platforms, they only talk to each other. Unless the dude was gay, they never brought a man up to speak for himself. Now you're starting to see the men are like, "Hey, look, we're gonna invite every." That's one of the things that Kevin Samuels went big on, was because he always invited his detractors onto the channel to challenge him on the thoughts that he had. So we have no problem having y'all in the space to talk to us, because we need y'all to say the things that y'all say so we can combat it.
The part I was trying to finish, I'll wrap it up. I'm sorry. The part I'm trying to finish to say is it doesn't go like that. Only selective spaces shame the woman for those perspectives. I see a lot more pandering to women for the views, watering it down for that. Oh no, let them talk. If that was the case, and I understand sometimes they're like, "Lucky y'all can't figure out what perspective I come from," because sometimes I agree. I just look for what sounds the most logical in whatever topic, whether it's male or female. However, in general, if I'm here to understand and get corrected, I'm welcome to it. But at the same time, if you have women who don't want to be corrected because they're going to believe that regardless, then they should be treated as treason. Why are they invited all the time if they are not making no type of way of understanding?
Because I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because it's important to hear something before you. Because if it was just a bunch of men, hold on, let me. If it was just a bunch of men talking shit online, wouldn't nobody listen to us?